Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back. If you're new, this is Victoria speaking, back with another video on first aid for seizures. So I'm just going to jump back in here because I think I left out the most important part that I did not say. I actually did not go over what epilepsy is. So let's go over the big definition of epilepsy. Epilepsy, aka seizure disorder. So when you hear epilepsy, remember that when people say epilepsy is a seizure disorder or a brain disorder. Seizures usually have to do with something in the brain. Or, as I say, excessive and abnormal brain cell activity. So something usually going on awkward or different or not natural in the brain, causing it to act out. And I'm going to give you some information that I actually found more on it. So I'm going to read it off here since I am not a licensed physician, RN, CNA, anything of that nature. So bear with me so I can read it off to you. Seizure epilepsy. A disorder in which nerve cell activity in the brain is disturbed, causing seizures. So, if you didn't know, now you know. More common information on it. It is common more than 200,000 U.S. cases per year. So it's common in that many people and more. So this is not something that's only 1 and 2 people have. I mean, there's over 200,000 cases per year of epilepsy in people. So your mom, your sister, your cousin, your friend next door, anyone can have a piece of it or a whole full-blown seizure case. You'd be surprised how many people have this. Let's see how much more information they show of this. You have the Epilepsy Foundation, so there are definitely research projects going on more and more about epilepsy. So epilepsy is a real disorder that a lot of people are facing right now. So I just wanted to make sure we went back into it and that I explained what epilepsy was. So again, epilepsy, also called seizure disorder, is pretty much excessive and abnormal a brain cell activity. So really when something is off and not normal with the brain, is acting up and causing the brain to cause the body to act out as well. And the type of doctor that you would go and see when you need your brain checked out would be a neurologist. So neuro meaning brain, ologist is the doctor. You would go to a neurologist, someone who actually works with the brain. So if you go to the emergency room and you are doing things that are not normal and they know that it's causing, they know they got to take pictures of your head and things of that nature, then they're going to assign a neurologist to you to check you out and take pictures of your brain. So I just wanted to make sure that we got that underway. So now you know what epilepsy is and what type of doctor would have to jump in to make sure if you do or do not have epilepsy. So who diagnosed you with. Okay, now recap on what we talked about last time I did a video. First aid for seizures. So we went over how to spot the signs. So the signs were: look for staring and unresponsiveness. If the person is confused, if you see them jerking and twitching, jerks and twitches, wandering, walking off, shaking or falling, not knowing what they're doing, disoriented. Another one, picking or lip smacking, can't find the words to say, can't speak to you, can't get the words out. And finally, whole body shaking, grand mal seizures. So automatically falling back, grand mal seizures, literally these are the full-blown seizures where the eyes usually fall in the back of the head, they're on the floor, they're convulsing, sometimes saliva come out of the mouth, distortions of the body, they're on the floor, full-blown seizure. This is what a lot of people associate seizures with, but not all seizures are to this level. That's just usually the axial the real blown, like, bad seizure that most people don't want to see. Not everybody's seizure is like that, but that's usually what people associate epileptic seizures with. Usually that's when it's gotten to the worst part. Other seizures are more benign, but usually that's what people associate epileptic seizures with. So, but if you see that, so no, like I said, that's a recap of what we went over yesterday. Yesterday. Staring, unresponsive, confusion, jerks and twitches, wandering, shaking or falling, picking or lip smacking, and then whole body shaking and grand mal seizures. So those are recognizing the signs. Now, what do you do when you see this happen? Say you're the family member, you're the friend, you're the person taking care of the person that you know who's close to you or who isn't that close to you, but you're in the room, you're there, you're here to take charge, hey, okay, I gotta jump in here, what do? First things first, stay calm. No freaking out. You cannot freak out. You have to stay calm. Because if you freak out and the person having a seizure, you cannot help them. You cannot help them if you freak out. Or if you know you can't handle it, then get somebody who can handle it. But if you freak out, you can't help them. But if you know you want to be that person who helps, you have to stay calm. So number one, like I said, keep calm. Reassure other people who may be nearby. Everybody calm down. I got this. Or somebody else needs to get it if you don't have it. Step 2. Do not hold the person who's having a seizure down. Do not hold or try to stop their movement. You have to let this seizure play out. I know a lot of people, if you are a parent, grandparent, or you're a close friend, or somebody you see they're shaking and twitching, you think, oh, I need to stop this. You cannot stop it. You cannot shake them. You can't do anything like that because you might make it worse. You can make them have a brain aneurysm. You can make anything. Do not grab them because you can't shake the seizure off. It's the body trying to get itself back in tune. You're not a doctor, you're not a physician, so you really don't know what type of damage you might be doing if you grab that person. They could accidentally swallow their saliva and choke on it. Now, you can roll them over and maybe, say if they're choking, because at one point I've done that. I was having a seizure and my body distorted so bad to the point that I started choking on my own saliva. So my mother had to literally turn me to my side and started hitting me in the back so I could get that back up. Because sometimes you can throw up because you don't know you're not in control of your body as the epileptic person. When you're having a seizure, you don't know what you're doing. You just know that your body has now lost control because it's trying to relieve whatever stress that's been put on it, so it's acting out and just throwing all your limbs out of proportion. It doesn't know what to do. So yeah, do not hold them down, but just be there. Stay calm and be there, and just make sure that they don't do anything that can hurt them. Just make sure there's no objects in the way. Make sure no people are in the way, no children, no anything that can cause them to hurt themselves. Don't let them hit their head on a corner of a table or a fridge, or don't let them hit their head on the ground if you can prevent it. Just make sure they still be safe, because some things are unpreventable, but you just don't want them to hurt themselves. No, you don't want no broken bones or worse type of trauma. Okay, so like I said, keep calm, don't hold the person down. 3, time the seizure. That's very important. Time the seizure with your watch. We got cell phones now. Time it with your watch, time it with your cell phone, time it if you gotta count, time it. Because time is very important. You gotta see how long this thing is gonna last. People always wonder, when they see somebody having a seizure, they're like, oh, automatically call 911. Sometimes you don't. If I'm still focused when I have a seizure, and I can hear people saying, hey, should I call EMT? No. Because sometimes the seizure don't last no more than 5 seconds. And now you done call the ambulance, and they get here, and I'm back to normal. And it's do we need to take her to the emergency room? Is she alright? Now I gotta sign off on this paper, and it's dang, we done drove through traffic and all this stuff and wasted gas and time when we could be actually helping somebody who done died. So that's why it's like time the seizure. So if we can document, okay, what time, how long did it last? What do we need to do? Because they really want people to understand and know. If the seizure lasts 5 to 10 minutes, call the ambulance. That's too long. 5 minutes is too long. 10 minutes too long. By that time, like, anything really bad could be going on with the brain. So yes, they do want the ambulance down there. But 5 seconds, less. Most epileptics, people who've had it for a long time, if you were born with it, things of that nature, you know your system symptoms, you know your triggers. So there's no need for calling the emergency crew, firefighters, and there's no need to call them super fast. It's not necessary. So just make sure you time it so that you're not wasting your time calling the ambulance, especially if they're not asking for you to. Now, they're like, yes, call the ambulance, I can't take this, I'm in pain, something's wrong. Call them. But if it's something very benign and it's not within the 5 minute, 10 minute amount of time, do not call. It's not necessary. Loosen anything around the neck that may be making breathing difficulty. If they have a tie on, a turtleneck shirt on, something, a jacket, unzip it, take it off, because you never know. It might be they might not be able to breathe. Take off anything too tight or whatever. Please just make sure you do that. Nothing around the neck should be there. Like, if there's something on there, take it off. Like, that could be hazardous. Yeah, even on a child, old people, middle age, it doesn't matter. Anything around the neck, take it off. Necklaces, all that stuff. Because when they're seizing, anything can cause them to choke or hang themselves. Put something soft and flat under their head. If they're on the ground, you can put something under their head. Because you don't want them to go back, hit their head, hit the thing on the side. They can knock themselves unconscious. Try your best to put something under there. If you can't, just if you can, if possible. Another one, turn the person onto one side. We just talked about this. If that prevents choking, like they throw up, you can choke on your throw up. You can choke on your saliva. If they're eating, if they have been eating, they can choke on that. Do not put anything in their mouth either. Like, people always think, oh, put a spoon in their mouth. Why would you do that? No, don't put a spoon in their mouth. No, that's not smart. There's no such thing as choking on your tongue, because your tongue is attached. Like, it's in there. It's attached. So you can't choke on your tongue. Your tongue can swell up if you eat something that you're allergic to, but you cannot swallow your tongue. No. Unless you bite it off or something. But no. Do not put anything in the person's mouth. You can get something lodged in your throat. No. It says turn the person onto one side. This will help keep the airway clear. So just do that. Especially like when they're convulsing and they're distorting themselves. You want to just keep them safe. And do not put anything in their mouth. Oh, that's not smart. Like, just why would you do that? Just don't. Stay with the person until the seizure ends. Keep them calm. When they start coming to, talk to them. Hey, you okay? Remember always talking to them, get them calm, just like yesterday, calming them down, talking to them is good. Calming and talking, get them back to them, get them back to you, get them talking. And again, main one, call 911 if the seizure lasts more than 5 minutes. Results in injury, or you notice trouble with breathing. If they're not breathing, or if they can't breathe, you can't get them breathing, call 911. They done got injured, they done fell, got a concussion, broke something by accident from falling, you couldn't catch them, nobody could catch them, that's very important. Call 911. Bleeding, all types of stuff. Anything that is out of your control and you don't know what to do, call 911. If you're that type of person where you couldn't follow any of these instructions and you just freaked out, call 911. If it's just you and the epileptic person, there's no one around you, you don't know what to do, call 911. Then you don't have a choice then. You have no choice. Just call 911. You need help. Call 911. But if you're in a crowd of people and you got this, you know what to do, you can follow these tips, do it. Like I said, from the very beginning, keep calm. reassure the other people around you that you got this. Everybody else stay calm. Yeah, move out the way. Get who you need to get around you to help you out. People want to help you out. They know what to do. Experienced people, etc. Y'all get down there and help this person. Remember, don't hold the person down. Time the seizure. Clear the area around you. Loosen anything around the person's neck, their clothing, or whatever. Put something flat and soft on the floor for under their head if you need to, because a lot of these times they end up on the floor. I know I end up on the floor. If they have sensitivity to light and stuff, try to as they come to, put their sunglasses back on, things of that nature, because that might be throwing them back into a seizure. Just anything that is going to trigger that seizure and keep it going. Like, try your best to help prevent those type of things. If you know that person, you know what their triggers are, and we're going to talk more about triggers in the next video, then you'll know also how to help combat them. So this is first aid for seizures, and now we've gone over what to do. So if you have any other questions and things, you can always inbox me. I'm going to also put this on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Victoria Quintana. It was written on the video at the bottom. No, I think at the top. So if you have any questions, like, share, support, send it out. I'm trying to raise awareness for epilepsy, since I am an epileptic patient myself. I am not a licensed physician or a doctor. I'm just speaking from experience. And I'll probably be posting an actual epileptic video from the beginning when I first was having just meloclonic seizures, so you can see what it looks like from the beginning stage, and then maybe more serious seizures, so you can see how it has progressed. For those who are not used to seeing stuff like that, I will put up there, to brace yourself. If you're not used to seeing someone having a seizure, you do not have to watch the video. They can get graphic, they can be scary, but if you're interested and you want to know how it looks, just watch it. It's supposed to be informative. It's just like if you're watching a pregnancy video and you see someone giving birth. It's just like that. It's just something to inform you. So it's like, hey, what if I ever have a child and my child goes through this? Hey, I remember watching Victoria's video and it showed me exactly what to do, and now I know what to do with my child. I know I need to take him or her to a neurologist, or I need to take my mom or my dad to a neurologist. This is just to help you, because all of us need to make sure we get our kids and our family members and friends checked, because you never want to be that person, and it's like, dang, now I have someone who I really care about in this situation, and I don't know what to do. So this is only to raise awareness and to help people. So I will be back with another video on some more tips and tricks on noticing signs of seizures and what to do, how to react. I'll tell you what it's like to be in the life of an epileptic patient, what my high days are like and what my low days are like, and the medication part, and how hard it is trying to still be an entrepreneur, because when you have epilepsy, there are a lot of things that they take away from you. It's not normal. Like, you can't even really work like a normal person anymore. You can't go outside like a normal person anymore. Like, a lot of the things that I used to do like a normal person, like being a workaholic because I love working, or being a normal mom, taking my kids to the park and playing and having fun and doing silly stuff, I can't do anymore. Or I will do it. I'll be like, bump it. We're going running. I don't care. We're going to go play basketball. I don't care. Like, it's like, you go do it and you sacrifice that energy. But when you come back home, it's like, dang, I'm about to die. And you're going to have full-blown seizure. So it's like, I'll discuss those type of things with you guys so y'all can see and understand, what an epileptic mother or father, even if you're a father and you're epileptic, has to go through. Because I always see these videos of people who have epilepsy, but I never see epileptic videos for parents. I always see them with single people. So I'm just doing this for people. If you have families and you're an epileptic and you're like, you no longer can work like a normal person and can do things like a normal person, you can put it out there so more people can talk and see how it is for you and for them. So like and share this video for other people to see and understand how epilepsy is and how it affects people around you and around others. And like I said, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. So check out my channel and check out a day in the life of me and my epilepsy. And everyone stay happy and enjoy the holidays, because tonight is the 4th night of Hanukkah. So Hanukkah Sameach for our 4th night, and y'all all have a happy holiday. Talk soon. Love you all. Ciao.